Hey, we're going to answer a question today. So they say, when is Macau going to be opened up for tourism? So we're going to try to answer that question, and I'll tell you as much as I can while we walk around this way. And we're basically going to go around the block. A little bit of moisture there, humidity. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, so we're going to try to answer, when is Macau going to be opened up to tourism? And the quick answer to that is it already is open to tourism. The catch is that it's only open to tourism from mainland China. So people ask that question to me quite a bit, and I think there was something like 21,000 came in yesterday. So there's definitely, tourism is definitely here, and you see mainland Chinese everywhere with suitcases and everything like that. The vaccination rate for China is pretty extraordinarily high. Of course, there's other issues with the vaccines, but I won't get into those issues at all. But so basically the tourism is open for mainland China, and that'll probably continue at a higher and higher rates all the time. Even when we had our COVID thing a couple of weeks ago, where there was 4 COVID cases from mainland China, they slowed things down a little bit, but they opened them up very quickly. And I saw the stock market, the casinos never closed, but they closed bars, stuff like that. So when it's open to tourism, it is open for mainland Chinese only. That's probably the catch, is that it's only for mainland Chinese tourism. If you're from Hong Kong and Taiwan, you can also come in, and you have to do a 2-week quarantine. So and that's basically, again, you have to be already in those 2 countries. You can't come from another country. So that's where the catch is. So when is it open to tourism that are not mainland Chinese? That question is, I'm going to say not for a very long time. It's just, when I talk to people here, they just have no, there's a lot of factors involved. So I think because of the fact that, you know, Chinese Macau people can go to mainland China, they can go anywhere there, and then they could probably transit somewhere else, I would imagine, if the other country allows them to. They can go to United States, Canada, Mexico, Europe, places that are open to tourism. So they can go there anyway, so they don't really see the need to open up this city to foreigners. So basically when I talk to people here, they have no interest whatsoever in opening it up to foreigners. It seems like when I talk to people, they seem to believe that foreigners have COVID, and which is not true. I'm a foreigner and I live here and I don't have COVID, but there seems to be this perception. So if I talk to certain people, I won't get into that, but it's just but when you talk to people, they kind of have this belief system that China and Macau has it under control, and that basically the rest of the world is does not have it under control, and they don't want it to come in here. So they have a zero policy towards wanting any COVID to come in at all. But they're willing to take the risk for China because of the economics involved. And you can make an argument that they should allow it for other people as well, but they do not. So even if you are, you know, lots of foreigners here have jobs here, they got work permits, they have something called a blue card, they have apartments here, they have family here, different things like that. They cannot come back and return to Macau. It's been that way for 18 months. So even for them, the government has decided that they are at a risk. They will risk the Macau population, even though they have some of the strictest vaccination or COVID testing in the world, because you have to do 3 COVID tests within 7 days. Despite that, they still will not let foreigners in. That's just for Macau residents to come back if they are outside of the Macau. They can go to China, no problem, and come and go all they want. But if they come from, if they visit another country, then it's almost impossible to come back. If you're a resident of, let's say you're Portuguese and you have Macau residency, trying to come back would be a huge challenge for you. But if you're Macau Chinese, then of course you can come transit through China, stuff like that. There's almost no flights coming into Macau. Sorry, there's lots of flights going to China, tons of flights going to China. So so the planes are open. There's also planes going only to Taiwan and Singapore, are the only 2 international routes, and those people can come in for 14 days if you stayed in Hong Kong or Taiwan during that time. We're just kind of walking around while we do this video. So basically, so probably what you want to know now is, so okay, when is it going to open? And my feeling is that it's not going to open. The COVID vaccination rate for Macau is like 44%. It's been that way for a few months. They just don't really seem motivated to get the vaccination for whatever reason. I think again, you know, that there's almost no COVID here. So people just don't see the interest. People aren't really allowed to come in here, so they don't really see a potential threat. Travel-wise, they can all go to mainland China, so they don't really see it. But if, yeah, like Portuguese and other foreigners that have Macau residency, they're just absolutely stuck. And actually, I saw among them, they had really high vaccination rates. You know, they were hoping that, you know, you get a vaccination passport to be able to go in and out of Macau, but that never happened. It's still closed. So there's lots of issues like that. A lot of foreigners who live here cannot leave, because if they leave, they cannot come back. They're not allowed to come back if you're a foreigner. So when's it going to open up for this foreign tourism? I don't see anytime soon. I don't see it at all this year. I don't even know if I'm going to see it in 2022. That looks really pessimistic to me. So so that's just kind of what I think is there's not going to be any foreign tourism for quite a while, until maybe they'd have to change the policy and decide that you know, the zero COVID is not really worth pursuing. Maybe they'd have to try to encourage there's a lot of encouragement by casinos and other people to get the city vaccinated, but half the population here just isn't getting vaccinated. So if they don't have the interest, I don't see how they're going to be able to open it up. The government isn't really keen on forcing them to get vaccinations. So basically, I just don't see anytime soon that that's going to open up. A lot of people ask me that all the time on this YouTube channel, and my answer is I don't see any end in sight. I don't see any motivation by the government or by the Chinese government that has a lot of influence on Macau. I don't see any interest whatsoever for either one of them to allow foreigners to come back into Macau or China. Really, you know, might even open up sooner in China maybe, and then maybe Macau might if China does. And China is a little bit, if you're a foreigner that lives in Macau, you can try to get a short visa too. But overall, it's not really, it's just closed. So anyways, hope that answers the question a little bit. And now we're back in a circle and we're back in the same spot again. And there's our starting spot again. Chiquinha,